Previously on...
Yo, fuck that noise, we got no time, let's go! Besides me having a boner right now, in the face of the utter annihilation, all I could do was groan and feel my cheekbones as I groaned in dismay and watch and wait for the end to come. Yeah! Also, and this is something I knew that I could never say to Asahi, but I had to admit myself, Dawn felt pretty good as well. Yeah! One of the nice things about video games and movies is that they generally don't take place in real time. There are cutscenes, dissolves, and tools for moving from one scene to another, so you don't spend long, boring hours watching the characters wait for the imminent doom and butt-kicking they are soon to receive. But if this was a video game, then I was on the wrong side of the screen, yeah, which meant that I and everyone else was forced to endure a long, grueling wait as we all peered into the darkness, watching and waiting and wondering when the end would come, leaving us all to exchange idle chatter, glance about, and make fearful jokes. And in my case, have Dawn and Asahi huddled close to me in order to stave off a slight chill. If you guys don't say, yeah. Okay, so maybe it wasn't all bad at all, yeah. But still, I wouldn't have blamed anybody for wanting the waiting to be over so we could just, get this nightmare over with, one way or another. Me? I didn't feel that way, because I had seen the end that waited for us if we failed. And I was more than happy to put that off for as long as possible. Even waiting was a lot better than what I had seen the Underworlders do. What? I think I hear something. Which is why I really wish I hadn't heard that, But I had, and so had everyone else. Oh god. In an instant, myself and everybody, and everyone else, stationed atop the wall were on full alert, eyes peeled and weapon at the ready. I didn't see anything, and at first I didn't hear anything either. Not unless you counted the worried voices and rustling about as the people around me readied their weapons. But then I heard something. A crow chuckle born of anticipation, one that caused me to flash back to the village I had seen being overwhelmed by every conceivable evil. And it was a chuckle that was soon followed by another, and was echoed by more cruel sounds. And then... over there! Leaping to her feet, Asahi took aim with the crossbow and loosened an arrow into the night. I couldn't see a shit, it's too dark, but I could tell that her aim was true when I heard a voice crying out in pain. Somebody, shine a light over that way! I couldn't make sense of much of what was happening, but I did notice when several light stones swung their illuminating rays out of the direction Asahi had fired. Oh! And I certainly noticed when the light fell upon being who were even darker than the pitch black night that envelopes the land, and screams of hatred and outrage as the Darkling glared at us with eyes of red and shit! Fireballs! Everybody, open fire! I didn't recognize the voice that gave the order, but fuck, I could be certain that nobody hesitated in heeding it. Yeah, Asahi least of all. And an instant later, a hailstorm of arrows launched from Kai-Hai village to rain down upon the legions of Darklings that were even now launching fireballs back at us. And then, my ears are filled with screams of pain from both sides. Up to the side, a guard fell to the ground. Shit! His chest scorched from a fireball. Among Darklings, several men and women fell to the ground, arrows lodged in their bodies. Shit! I couldn't tell if they survived or not, but I could tell that none of their fellows even cared. They just kept advancing upon the village, launching fireballs and marching over their fallen. All the while several on our side were struck even as the rest continued to launch arrows. As for me, shit, I found myself glad that I wasn't wielding a bow of any kind. I mean, I don't think I could have handled being in that position, of facing all those people, as I stole everything they were and everything they ever could be. And as the carnage continued, I couldn't help but think of all the times I had been in a shooting game. One of those FPS games, mowing down whoever was in my way without care for who I wound up shooting. I was shooting bad guys after all, and if the odd civilians got in the way. Well, shit, right? The worst that happened was that I had to replay that section. But as the stench of blood and burning flesh filled the air, that reality struck me of the nightmare that surrounded me now. As the fighting continued, leaving me surrounded with screams of pain and blood spilled forth, I wanted nothing more than to find the nearest bed and crawl right under it, but I was too afraid to move. Too afraid to do anything but huddle next to where Asahi and Dan were, wondering when it would all end. We're using up our hours too fast. Any ideas? I've got one! Thanks to Zara, I've got plenty of energy for some big-time powers, you know what I'm saying? And I do mean big-time, so pucker up! I had just enough time to wonder what in place Dawn had in mind before Asahi whirled up about in surprise. And that was just the time for Dawn grab her and plant a deep, passionate kiss upon her lips, one that lasted a long time and even seemed to have the two girls glowing. More like saturated. Anyway. When Dawn finally broke the kiss, Asahi just looked confused as the bunny girl took a step back. Dawn? Nothing's happening. Oh, it will. Don't worry, jeez. But, you might want to give us all some room, yeah? Give you... what? Whoa! At that moment, damn! Asahi's breast bounced mightily before swelling to twice the size. Right before Asahi herself started swelling up on her. Damn! Ooh! What is this angle? And and everyone else there took or looked on in surprise. The blonde archer grew to twice her normal height. What? Crying out in surprise dismay as she came to tower over all of us. Jump! Get off the wall and go after Darkling! Gosh! But Asahi was too fucking surprised and confused to listen to Dawn's advice. All she was able to do was step back away from us, lest we be crushed. Damn! Unfortunately, the only thing beneath her foot was empty air, leaving her to windmill her arms helplessly before falling off the wall and crashing down to the ground far below. Oi! The good news was that at Asahi's ever-increasing height, the fall hadn't been that far. The bad news was that she was presently stunned, and I had just been given a perfect view of her trash topside. And now had a fresh nosebleed from it. Oh shit! Ouch! Asahi, hurry up and stop fighting, guys! That isn't gonna last forever, you know. Huh? Oh, right. Oi! What? Why are you... Without another word, Asa recovered and forced herself back to her feet. Hold on! Why are you crying, girl? I don't understand. So, Dawn is pretty much a support character. I gotcha. So, she could, heal people? She could, remove, some kind of a bad effect on people, and she could make people, giants. Basically a support attack. And damn! That is one huge fat tree you holding there, girl. Damn! It kinda looks like it's a guy's never mind. Anyway, yeah. Wincing in pain as a series of fireballs found a much larger tiger, the blonde archer let go a series of tears as she marched towards the Darkling Legion, her features twisted with the greater pain. She was now huge enough to deal a crushing blow to a force that were now marching on Kai-Hai Village. The same force that had been turned against them by the will of the Underworlders, all of them victims themselves. So Asahi paused just long enough to glance towards us, at the people that were wounded and were also fighting to survive, And letting go a few more tears, she turned her gaze back towards the Darklings and growled deep in her throat. Right before bringing up her right foot and then smashing it down upon a horde of Darklings. Whoa! Underworlders or underworld monsters? Where are you hiding? Asahi marched further into the fray, grabbing a nearby tree that seems huge to me, but looked tiny in her grasp, Watching it by the base, she then turned towards the Darkling and used it like a massive fat broom, sending dozens of Darkling flying painfully through the air. Even more of the Darkling loosed a wave of fireballs at the tree, only to regret it when it was burning wood that was smashed down upon them, yeah?
You tricked us. You manipulated us. You make us fight among ourselves. Where are you? You're the only ones I want to kill, not these people. So where are you?
As Asahi wept miserably and continued to fight, I realized that she had raised a valid question. Thus far, there had been absolutely no sign of the Underworlders anywhere, but they had to be somewhere around, right? As I understood it, this was the big fight for everything, and after watching them delighting in all the suffering they caused, I couldn't imagine them not wanting to be present for their presumably inevitable victory. So where?
Look out!
I practically jumped out of my skin at this, yeah, and so did several other nearby, whirling away from the continued fight between the giant Asahi and the Darkling legions. We looked towards the interior of the village. Interior of the oh.
Hell no, hold on!
And to our horror, we saw a bit of in the middle from the which hordes of Darklings spewed forth, lobbing fireballs in every direction.
Oh, shit!
What the? They can't do that! Can't they do that? But fucking gaming rule number 1, girl! Always keep a fucking trip up your sleeves for the grand finale, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the Underworlders had kept a few tricks of their hiddens from the Overworlders, yeah? And now, that tactic was paying off. For as focused as everybody had been on the assault taking place outside, they had been taken completely by surprise by the sudden appearance of enemies from within their own goddamn village. And as I looked on, the Darkling repeated their rampage of wanton cruelty upon the innocents within the village walls. Shit, and it wasn't just Darklings we were dealing with. Even as the guards turned their arrows towards the legions, billowing up from the center of the village, 3 familiar figures slodged their way up the passage of ooze and emerged covered in dripping slime.
Oh! How did I let you two talk me into letting Gwetter get us in here? You know how I feel about her ectoport.
I'm sorry.
I'm not a fan of them either, but it was the fastest way for us to get in. We win this battle. We win it all. So, let's grab the village head and turn everybody to darkness.
My heart falling into the pit of stomach as I thought of the people here being turned as the other villagers had been. I felt a surge of desperation. Oh shit! Whirling about, I looked at the giant Asahi who was still fighting with everything she had.
Asahi! The Underworlders! They're inside the village! There! Oh, no you don't!
I glanced back in time to see Adrena firing an arrow into the air. Oh shit! I didn't check the arrow, so I was spared the sight of the flashball exploding, immediately blinding everyone unfortunate enough to be looking its way. Ah! And thanks to me and my big-ass mouth that included Asahi,
nobody likes a tattletale.
Enjoy your precious light, Overworlders, while you can.
The situation was so fucking bad. Most of the guards of Kai-Hai Village had been at least partly blinded by the flash arrow, and now had the Darkling coming after them without restraint. And as I looked back towards Asahi, the situation got even worse as she started to slowly shrink back down while surrounded by even more fucking Darklings. Fuck! It's wearing off! Takashi! We can't let them go to Liliana!
I know, but
What can we do? Hey! Girl? Why are you smiling? And what the hell are you thinking right now? I don't think this is the time, girl! I still have enough power! Whoa! Before I could ask what Dawn had in mind, she wrapped her arms about my frames and planted her lips squarely upon mine. Once again, I felt a delirious warmth wash through me, sweeping aside my fears and concerns, if only for a time. there were a few things about Dawn's personality that I didn't give a damn for, but I had to admit, her kisses were becoming a high point to my being in this crazy world. Damn. So much so that it was all too soon that she broke the kiss and pulled away. Okay, so is this part where I, turn like king size, like kind of like a King Kong style, and go on like a stomp spree or some shit, girl? No, but I did give you a strength boost. It won't last long, but hopefully it'll last long enough to clear out the intruders and the underworlders themselves. Okay, I briefly wondered if this strength boost would mean that I could kiss my closest goodbye, but before I could give any additional thought to the matter, a fearsome cry prompted me to whirl about just in time to see a Darkling coming at me, flame clutched in hand. Oh shit! Oh, hello, girl, damn! Prompted by sheer instinct and all this tension that had been built up in me thus far, I lashed out on the darkest turned villagers and tried to swat her away. Oi! I didn't just try, I succeeded. The striking Darkling cried out in pain and was sent flying through the air and damn! Over the walls before falling from sight. Come on! We don't have time to waste! Thinking of the way Asahi's groan had started to reverse, I realized that Dawn was right and followed her as she scrambled downstairs. And damn! This power! As I ran, I drew forth the pitiful sword and shield that I had been given, figuring that they would be better than nothing as far as the Darklings came at us. Looking about, I saw the underworld trio and the horde of Darklings heading towards where Liliana and a group of guards that included Zan were. Having seen that would happen if they turned Liliana, I charged the nearest Darkling, ramming her with my shield even as she threw a barrage of fireballs at me. Get the fuck out! Like the previous Darkling, this one was sent flying through the air in the instant I slammed into her. But I didn't have time to celebrate as another Darkling came to me, or at me, and then another. Shit! Oh, hey, hello, girl, damn, sisters? As for Dawn, she also had her hands full as the wave of Darklings came at her as well, but even as they reared back, hands laden with fire, the bunny girl brought one of her hands to her lips and blew a kiss? Whoa! A kiss made up of a cloud of glowing pink heart that surged towards them. And as they collide with Darklings in masses, the heart left them dazed and stunned, quickly sinking to the ground with almost happy expression. Damn, girl! I guess her kisses have that effect on everyone, damn. But after that, I didn't have much time to think of anything. There was just so much going on all at once, gosh, and I couldn't keep track of it all. I couldn't see Asahi at all, and I hoped that she had been able to get back to the village before Dawn's power-up had failed completely. There were Darklings everywhere, and I was scared of seeing more of the horrors that I had witnessed before. I heard howls of pain here, a cry for help there. It was nothing short of absolute chaos. And it scared me. It scared me right down to my core. So I took that fear and used the horrors that lived in my mind to turn it into anger. Anger at the monster that had spread so much misery to people who didn't deserve it. And a demonstration, no, not demonstration, a determination to put an end to it, no matter what. Using this to my field efforts and buoyed by Dawn's strength boost, I charged forward. For the first fucking time, my fear was forgotten. Shoved off to the side just long enough for me to wade into the nearest Darkling and send it flying. And then a Darkling after that. And then the next one. Get the fuck out. And the next one. And with each Darkling we defeated, we got a bit closer to where Liliana waited. Just a bit closer. Just a bit closer. Just a bit closer. No. Gwenner? Oh, no. A fireball whizzed through the air, forcing Dawn to jump back to avoid getting her face scorched. What? As we looked about, we saw Gwenner approaching, a determined look on her face as she held up twin orbs of fire. We're so close to freedom, I won't let you ruin it now. Well, since your freedom seems to be coming at our expense, I'm gonna have to ruin it for you. Sorry. Taxi, go ahead. I'll take care of this one. All right, girl. You take care of yourself too, and you too. Yeah.
Oh!